What's going on, family? What's happening, y'all? Sorry about the time frame. Just got back in from the AD Club reception. Appreciate y'all for being patient with me. I had to move the time back. Had a lot going on this week, man. So but the show must go on. What's up, everybody? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Be sure to turn your notification bell on. Go ahead and like the stream now. As you enter the room, go ahead and like the stream. It's Friday, man. TGIF. If you'd like to support the channel via any form of donation, you can use Cash App, PayPal at the top of the screen. It's at the ticker at the bottom of the screen. However you choose to do it. Zelle through the email. What up? Spring game tomorrow. Saturday officially be here. Man, hopefully the weather will be nice to us. Let me look at this forecast one more time, man. We'll kind of wing this thing because I literally just got back in, man. Shout out to Brother Marcus, man. He been a soldier. He's been riding with your boy, man, this whole trip. And has done nothing but a phenomenal job of helping, to chronicle all that we're doing. So it looks like it's supposed to rain. Look like it done moved up to around 11 a.m. So from the looks of it, it looks like it's going to be raining from 11 to 7. So we hopefully, the meteorologists usually be wrong a lot of times. We hope he's wrong tomorrow. So we need Zoe to pull off one of them predictions again when it comes to predicting the weather. But nevertheless, man, what y'all got going on tonight? Let's see. Person, turquoise waving. Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all for waiting on me and being patient. Appreciate it. It's been one heck of a week. It's been one heck of a week, man. Very busy week. Scattered thunderstorms. Hopefully they don't. Anytime you have thunderstorms, it's very similar to the Southern game last year where we had a lot. So how much are you charging to teach golf? Man, I give you lessons for the free. Yeah, man. Yeah, dog. Yeah, I give you a few lessons for the free, man. But this is what we've been waiting on, man. Randy, what's up, man? I hope you've been enjoying all the content. Who is Randy? Rand67. What it do, brother? Appreciate you for tapping in with us, man. Y'all, I'm tired, man. I've been rolling, man. I'm talking about nonstop. Me and Marcus, we got a lot done today, man. I tell you, it's kind of hard to say that, but I'll say this right here. Nobody worked harder than Austin and his team, man. I got to give a huge shout out to Brother Austin, creative director for Jack State football operations, man. And it's been one heck of a week, man. It's been a heck of a week. A lot going on, man. Huge shout out to Under Armour, man. Shout out to Under Armour. Wrong side, that side right there. Shout out to Under Armour for spending a whole week with us here at the university, and spending a whole week at the university, not here, but at the university, showcasing our student athletes and highlighting three of our football players: Savvy McGee, Rico Powers, and Jalen Hughes. And man, it has been just a treat, man, to sit back and kind of witness kind of the behind the scenes. Y'all know that's what we do, man. We go behind the scenes with this platform anytime we have access to try to give you guys a little peep under the tent when it comes to pardon me. One second. There we go. Sorry about that. I was gonna wait until, like I said, I hadn't had time to do anything, but I'm gonna kind of wing this one. I know Nook won't be on tonight, and if Rochelle comes up, if they come in the chat, I'll just drop the link in the chat for them. Just haven't really had a lot of time to try to prep anything, but do have a lot that we want to talk about. But yeah, had opportunity to work with these gentlemen, and that interview will be on Tiger Talk. I'm pretty sure you guys have had a chance to watch the video snippets that we put out, and interview is amazing. Actually, I'm sure we'll get the full interview soon. But I think this what's happening right now is Under Armour is doing basically a documentary, and in a sense, so it's going to be in excess of about 10 to 15 minutes long, and they'll when that does come out, that's going to be pretty awesome because that will be displayed on the university's YouTube channel, and I'm pretty sure the whole interview that we did will not be all on there, but they will give us the full interview so we could display it on Tiger Talk. So be sure to subscribe to Tiger Talk. Of course, whenever that time comes, I'll definitely be pushing everyone to go over there and take a look at that. I'm pretty excited to see how it turned out. Very different format this time around for what we've done. I know Kaylin and I did a couple of interviews in New Orleans with Justin Reagan and Tony Gray, where we shared the same set and kind of just fed off of one another. But this time it was just me with three people, and it puts you in the mind frame of some of the podcasts we see on YouTube and these other platforms and whatnot. And it was pretty cool, man. So I appreciate them. Appreciate Austin for setting that up to have me to represent Tiger Talk and be a part of this experience, man. It's been very humbling and exciting all at the same time. You got people. I tell you, man. This thing is, people gonna have to make their mind up. Actually, they don't have to make their mind up. They really could just do what the heck they want to do. But here's what I'm talking about. This notion of, this is what I say, and since it's just me right now, y'all gotta just let me just express myself when I say this. And I just believe, and I see it, it's clear as day that we live in a very self-centered world where the majority of the people that you come in contact with are self-centered. Here's what I mean. We tend to find ourselves always wanting people to curtail what they're doing around our appetite. It's amazing to me that people are complaining about the content that is being distributed. Like, first of all, who the hell are you to tell anyone what they should put out about their stuff? That's the first thing. And second of all, I think when you go back, people are not really understanding that when they, hey, what's up, man? What's up, Dr. GW? I see you, brother. Let me rock. But what's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing? Anyway, the issue is when you deal with self-centered people, they think that they are. Do you know what the word self-centered means? I got my brother here right on time. Do you know what the word self-centered means? That means that you center the world around you being, the world is in your mind, the world revolves around you. Your process and your mindset in relation to what you.
I want to talk about, but that hit me to the core already.
It's an unbelievable, disgusting thought process.
Oh, Jesus.
And for you to have the unmitigated gall to get your behind, your grown behind on a platform and on somebody's channel and talk about what you think a whole entity should do just to appease you. You don't understand the rules and regulations that come with university social media accounts, university platforms, and the type of content that you can put out. And people are literally misconstruing the fact that there were private, personal platforms displaying content on behalf of Jackson State, and they want to act like they was watching that stuff on Jackson State's platform. And they want to negate the fact of, they want to basically piss on all of the progress that's being made. We have a new person. Like, the position that Austin is in is a creative position. It's a brand new role. So that is the form of progress. Then we had a head coach that had 2 million followers on IG, 2 million followers on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? God knows how many on Facebook. And when he put things out, you saw it on his social media, not the university. His sons had 2,500 subs, trying to be a rapper and push out, merch. And he was doing what he do. But he struggled in his platform when Lot left, because Lot was our initial social, media guy. He left and went to the Jacksonville Jaguars after the first year under Coach Prime. So here comes Well Off Media. Then you got the pregame show. Pause on that because I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole, but we'll deal with that later. But what I'm saying is, you had the pregame show, you had Reach the People, you had Well Off Media, you had Deion Sanders, and then you had Jackson State social media accounts. And you, listen to me, I'm not being disrespectful, you ignorant folk want to expose your own ignorance and get on here and talk about how Jackson State isn't appeasing your egotistical, misdirected, self-centered appetite. And it make me want to cuss, but I ain't gonna cuss tonight. You understand what I'm talking about? It's disgusting to me. And I absolutely hate self-centered people. And I don't like to use the word hate. No, I don't hate self-centered people. I hate self-centeredness. And I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna go to the Bible. And I know Rochelle ain't on here tonight. If you think that that's something that is something that you can just skate over, I'm gonna tell you like this right here. You might want to go read Timothy, where he talked about in the last days we're gonna be in perilous times. You know what apparel is something that I get from Bible class. I know, there you go, Rochelle. I'll let you come on up. This link is for Rochelle. Do not jump, don't hit that link if your name ain't Rochelle. Don't hit the link. That's all I'm telling you, because I ain't bringing you up. Anyway, listen. It says, for in the last days, basically you're gonna be in perilous times. Apparel is an extreme danger. Now, I ain't gonna explain it. This is something that's taught in my Bible class all the time. But he says the first thing that usually when you make a list, this was the explanation of that. When you make a list, though, and you go to the grocery store, usually the thing that's the most important that you want to get is going to be what you put at the top of the list, ain't it? Mm-hmm. You know, you need some eggs, you're going to write down eggs. Now, you might get down to napkins and some other bull junk, some socks or some drawers or something like that if you just need it. But that you may not necessarily need that. You just be like, all right, okay, I'm making a list.
You don't need no socks and drawers.
I'm just saying, the first thing on the list was what? Men shall be lovers of themselves. And that, in the eyesight of the man that made all of us, though, is disgusting. So if you love this man and worship this man and live accordingly, you're going to be disgusted anytime you see someone display that type of nature. And I never want to be in a position where I find myself to be self-centered and it be all about me, what I want. So what I try to do, I don't want to make any decisions. I don't care if this platform says KC. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care about that. I never want to make a decision that's going to put the people that I love and that support me and that rock with me in a position that's going to affect them. So I'm always trying to make decisions for other people and understand that that's why it's so disgusting about what's going on with the councilman that are voting no to a solution to the citizens that they represent, because people are doing everything and everybody's self-serving. So people are getting on platforms and you call yourself Jackson State supporters. And I'll tell you to your teeth that you're out of pocket, man. Because we see the work that these folks are doing, man. And you don't understand the limitations that they're working within because they're doing it on a school platform. And so we had a conversation with Coach TC, and Tiger Talk gonna be in the building. We're gonna be in there. We're gonna get you everything that we can. This platform is gonna give you some behind the scenes stuff. You got She Loves D. You got Doc Holliday on this thing. You got Jeff Lightsey covering stuff. You got everybody covering. How much content do you want? Because what you're trying to do is satisfy an appetite that has been developed because of, over the past 2 years. That is a personal problem. It is not a requirement for the university to keep up a standard that was built on the back of one of the most famous people in the freaking world, man.
The question is, when's enough?
It ain't never gonna be enough for these self-centered jokers, man. These insatiable, insane appetites, bro. And what I'm saying is that we do not owe you that. We don't owe you.
You forget. I hate to even say this.
I'm gonna shut up because you'll notice I done got through that without cussing. I'm trying not to cuss, man, because I feel some cuss words right here around my neck. It's above my chain. They right up there. I feel a whole lot of cuss words right now.
I got it right there. I'm gonna lay it out. But no, to play off what you just said, because here's something else that you could tie to what you just said, bro. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Oh my gosh.
And so the main nature of us, because mind you, we want to compare what we're doing now, either equal to or what? The perception of the lack thereof. But also, it's a slanted perception anyway, because, man, look, we got content out every day. Look, I made the point. I made the point yesterday. Right now, and nobody's talking about it. Right now, Under Armour's been in Jackson for over a week. And I'm talking about not one person. I'm talking about
the whole team.
Football division has been in Jackson, Mississippi for over a week. They're going to be at the Blue and White game tomorrow. They've had photo shoots. They've given out unreleased product. There's going to be an advertising with Jackson State players on it. All this stuff is being done. No other FCS program has this. Not a single one. Matter of fact, I can even use Mississippi State and Ole Miss. What Jackson State has gotten this week, neither one of those schools have had with Nike or Adidas. Right? But somehow what we're doing, even with this week, is going to be scheduled as lesser than, and it ain't. You got Power 5 that's not even getting what Jackson State got this week, and Coach Prime is gone. Now, granted, the moment I say that, some people will say, well, Under Armour's there because of him. Two things can be true. Yes, he got Under Armour here, but he ain't here no more. So what allegiance they got? Because guess what?
I posted it on. I posted the picture on my story of the owner of Under Armour, the CEO of Under Armour, and he basically said, "Listen, Jackson State will protect this house, and the guard of the yard and protect this house go hand in hand. It does." Hey, Rochelle,
what's going on?
We have the beautiful Miss Snow Gray showed up in this thing. I had to shout you out because I felt I was dealing. Listen, the Bible say, from the same tongue can't come hot water and cold water. I felt cuss words and spirituality. I felt the cuss words going left and you see what I'm saying? So I was like, I better get Rochelle up here before it go left. Hurry up.
You had a Peter experience. Peter prayed for you. Cut you.
I gotta tell y'all this. I gotta say this. Let me say this with you real quick. One of the funniest things I've ever witnessed. I was at my buddy's house, and his son was so he did something, and I'm gonna just cut it up real quick. He did something. His dad came to him and asked him, did he do it? And I told Zoe about this one time. I had never seen a kid so confused and conflicted in my life, because when he responded, his body reacted to the confusion, Rochelle. He knew he was going to get his butt tore up for what he did, but he also didn't want to. He also didn't want to get. So his daddy was like, he tricked him. He said, "Did you do X, Y, Z?" That joker said. That joker was like, he was like, yeah, no. It's almost like he had a program. He had a program malfunction. It was so funny. Let me tell you something. That was so funny that his daddy didn't even tell. He just said, "Man, just go to your room, man." We laughed for the rest of the day behind that. Oh my gosh, man. So that's kind of how I was feeling. And I just tell you, man, I love what is happening at the university because you guys can just see from the content we put out there. We in the building, man. We right there looking at it. We right there when it's happening and we seeing what's happening. So I don't care nothing about none of that.
You know what I think though, Ken, is that you know what I tell you sometime I
Ooh,
God
King
like,
T88. That's a word right there. That's a word right there. Keep going, Rochelle.
this is what I see. Like every now and then we get this, and then God just gives us a hug. So to me, hold on, when your body feet junk, yeah, I don't want the new trends. Come on, Jackson State platform. I'm telling y'all, it has been to read this whole week has been surreal. And what I do believe, I believe that the like I said, the owner of you, what is it? What's the people name?
Under Armour.
Under Armour.
What you?
Listen, they came for one reason. Shut up. But I don't care. But you know what? I bet you now, Ken, they're gonna have such a love for us now than never before. They're
Well,
not
no,
gonna
the Under Armour will because
I'm talking about Under Armour. To me, if I've been seeing like a whole week.
I thought you were talking about
listen, y'all. Thank you to everyone that donated to get Austin an equipment because everything that's being utilized, we have everything that we need for him to do everything that he's doing. And today I was sitting right there when Raising Cane's came into the university, and he was telling us he might have secured another opportunity with Raising Cane's where he could possibly have. Well, Austin, don't stone me for saying this, but it is what it is. We might shoot some content for him and might have the players over there taking orders. And I'm just saying, man, it's a good look right now. You know what I mean? And
I'm telling you, you cannot stop with that man. If he ever comes back on the show, I need to let him know you were right. And he calmed us down that day. So God is blessing us. And because our heart is right, nobody is doing what we're doing. No school is doing what we're doing.
That's a great point. It's your boys, OZ. That's facts. We get used to things being a certain way, and then people don't like change. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, shout out to Duke Deuce, man. That was look. I know a lot of people don't know who Duke Deuce is. I am a fan of Duke Deuce because I love Memphis Jukin. Okay. If you don't know what juking is, Memphis Jukin is, and I got to tell a personal story. All right, real quick. My first college experience was at Holmes Community College. I was a basketball player, 2002 through 2002. My first college roommate, Rochelle, was a gentleman by the name of DeMarcus Parker. Shout out Bug. Bug was from Grenada, Mississippi, and all he listened to, Zoe and Rochelle, was Memphis music. So I knew about all the underground artists: Player Fly, Tommy Wright III. I'm talking about 3-6 Mafia. Everybody that came out of Memphis, that's all we would listen to. So a part of that knowledge of learning that culture came with the dance that came with it. So when you go and look at a lot of that music, you'll see that a lot of that juking is incorporated in what they put out.
So I want to touch on that, right? So yesterday, I made a post. I was like, "Hey, but the coalition said when Prime left, all that we were doing, that's over and done with." Well, I be damn. Under Armour there, we dropped new merch and a rapper there. So now we gotta flip it. We don't know who this rapper is. Don't matter if you don't know who he is. Under Armour do. His song came in, and then watch this. Did you see the reaction from the players when they realized who it was?
Yes.
And see, look, and Zoe, me and Mark is sitting right there, and I don't think they really knew. Like I was standing over there, so we were sitting in the room with Austin and them, and they was basically with the door closed talking about what was going to happen and how. I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, y'all talking about dude? Like, is he here? They was like, yeah, he put. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, oh snap. So I go over there, and everybody was just kind of chilling. They kind of crowding around and trying to figure out. They gathering around to get the new cleats. Right. But I don't think many of them knew that he was going to walk out. And when he walked out, just the energy was crazy. So if you didn't get it from the video don't always give you everything. But that moment where he walked out was it was epic. That was epic.
Hey, can I just go ahead?
Here's the thing. Let me finish. I'm going to go. That whole thing was set up by who, kid? Under Armour.
Wait a minute. Are you serious?
Yes, he's an Under Armour. He's sponsored by Under Armour.
That's why I saw his gold album.
So that plaque is called the World Tour. So the cleat is the World Tour cleat.
So cleat is the World Tour cleat. So it's the colorway.
It's the colorway of that platinum of that whatever it is, platinum plaque by Duke Deuce. So it was pretty awesome, man, and it was pretty dope. And he's a cool cat, man. Big dude got moves, man. Footwork, like Kobe said, his footwork crazy, man.
But look,
you gotta follow Memphis. Matter of fact, you can go to IG right now and type in Memphis Jukin, JOOKIN. I'm telling you, man. Or Jukin,
it's been around since the 80s. It's the
you don't know nothing about Memphis Jukin. You don't know nothing about 3 6 Mafia and Gangsta Black. You know what I'm saying? Like what's it like? Crunchy Black. You see, every time he used to get down on that thing, man. Come on, man.
Jukin derives from the Gangsta Walk. That's
correct.
That's it.
That's correct.
But this is Rochelle. So
his manager is a JSU alum. Shout out to all the Jackson State Tigers out there doing big things in the real world. You know what I'm saying?
So Rochelle, the colorway that you saw yesterday, that's the colorway for the tour. However, the cleat is a brand new design. Our players are going to get that new cleat later on for our own keep it anyway. But they
all got them. They all got them now. Actually, a lot of them had them on at practice today. A lot of them gonna wear them tomorrow to the spring game. And from what I was told, just FYI, the players will. I think we're gonna wear blue, white, and the quarterbacks will wear red tomorrow. They will be in uniform, of course, and we'll put on a big showing, man. We're gonna try to get you as much content as we possibly can. We will try to run a dry run tomorrow from the Tiger Talk perspective and try to get some stuff in. And try to do as much, get you as much content as possible. But here's the thing: we're not going to keep addressing that stuff, man. We're not going to keep addressing these old fat A content connoisseurs, and that just want to keep begging for more. First of all, it ain't no content. Second of all, it's like it ain't enough content. Now it's like, well, we want a certain type of content. How about you get your lazy behind up and you bring your butt over here and you take your cell phone out and you screen record or pull your video recorder out. You record it, you take it home and you watch it until your heart is content. If you don't like it, don't look at it.
Hey,
you ain't got nothing to contribute or you can't do it, shut the up.
Hey, here's the funny thing, kid. Check this out. For anybody going forward that has anything to say about JSU content, I'm gonna say, hey man, spin the bottle and let it land on your favorite HBCU, and let me find out if they putting out more content than JSU.
Let me tell y'all how powerful.
Nobody putting more content out than us.
Listen,
nobody is.
Brother C. Lee, this is awesome. If these haters saw Yahshua, for those that don't know, that's the Messiah, walk on water. They would complain that he can't swim, and they would say to me, "Do y'all?" Listen, man, this ain't so. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna add on this. You do realize that God ain't made no new people.
Ain't nothing new under the sun.
Hold on. I'll tell you, he ain't made no new people. What you see right now is what he made from the beginning. So when you see we ain't nothing spirit beings now. He making no new spirits. But people see? I ain't trying to get into Listen, this is just who I am. You take it however the hell you want to take it. But I'm gonna tell you like this right here. A lot of people don't even understand why the Messiah was actually crucified. And I'm not saying it because I'm so knowledgeable. I was actually educated and informed, and it was revealed as to what took place. If you just read it, just comprehension in general, it was very simple. A lot of people just basically think that when you go back and you look at things, that things were so acceptable. No, it was the fact that the people, the who's who of that time, did not accept the man that showed up to help them. That's just the essence of it. They didn't accept it, and it led to his demise. But it was all intentional. It was all according to his will. So I'm gonna just get off of that because people like to get in their feelings when you talk about that. But I don't give a dang on. Y'all want to shove everything that's wrong under the sun down people's throat, make rules and regulations, and tell us that if we say something about it, that we get canceled. So I'm gonna just be quiet.
Go on, so tell me your grapefruit was good because you.
I did. I said this really good.
I gotta get the container. I got the.
Hey, but guess what though? I'm dropping that baby.
Are you?
Away.
I just let you know I'm going back to my trainer. So I got to get the situation under control because
baby is going away. The good is leaving.
The good is leaving. Okay, I saw you with the grapefruit. I'm proud of you. But listen,
hey, Kobe, that fruit got to be good, man. You made him hungry, man.
You going bye, man.
I think this for me.
Hey, Simone, see, Zoe gonna like that. He can call them bots anyway.
They are paid agitators. This is what I love, y'all, and this is just what I'm saying. Like nobody can take this week away from those young men. Nobody can. It is a memory, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all. My heart did kind of go out because when I saw all the videos, I was like, I know they watching.
Of course.
Oh man, I'm thinking about them.
No, I'm talking about the players. I know they watching. Because we wish them well, but I was like, it's know that they are not watching because we're still blossoming and got to see better. Because this is what I still believe, Ken, is that Under Armour didn't do all of that when the other guy was there.
Hey, no name. That's false. That's false. Opinions can be, people are hating. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
And you got no name.
And that's okay too.
Hey,
don't say it ain't hate.
You want to know why? You want to know why?
Hold on. Everything ain't hate.
But this is.
And everything ain't. You also realize that opinions can also be hate. So everything ain't hate. Everything is not hate. But we're gonna call hate. We're gonna let that be. You ain't gonna come in here and dismiss everything like it ain't that. But keep going. What you got?
You ain't really popular if you ain't got no haters. Last time I checked, undefeated for 2 years in a row, SWAT champion 2 years in a row. We all over social media. Everybody in our business. And you know what? Rule of thumb right now. Everybody in their mama will be talking about their damn spring game. You ain't heard.
Tell you something, bro.
But everybody.
I don't know. I'm gonna call you no name. I don't give a damn, bro. This is our channel. If you don't like what we talking about, then you run your ass off. I don't care about that. It's not my responsibility to keep your attention. We speaking the facts. Now I'm gonna just leave it at that.
And we're not.
I can't run off somebody that want to see something. You got your ass.
That may be the former guy with no name. Quit playing. I'm not scared of nothing.
Let me go ahead and reward you.
We gonna win. What you mean? Now we gotta win now.
You out of there. No name that. I gave you a name. It's called block.
Let's see what we be doing.
I'm telling you, we're so excited and I was looking at all that this week and I was like, Lord, look at them young men. They got a memory that it's never going to be said. And I'm just excited because I'm even seeing Under Armour doing more stuff with Jackson State because I do believe this week they learned a lot about our school that they didn't know.
Hey, bro. Hey, dog. You couldn't some. You couldn't some.
But you couldn't.
What?
You couldn't some. You couldn't some, dog.
What are you talking about?
What you mean? You couldn't some, bro.
Hey, man, I got this annihilator from Luke, man.
You couldn't some, bro. You couldn't some.
I ain't got nothing, dog.
You couldn't some, dog.
What up, ASBP? ASBP.
Zoe's wrong, but Zoe's over there.
Hey, this is the thing. Once you get blocked, you ain't no coming back, player.
Hey, dog.
That's funny.
It's a 500-pounder inside of me dying.
Marvin. Please, brother, love you. But I'm going to address these people how I feel like it. I have to express my spirit. I'm good. Ain't nobody take away my energy. I'm good. Let me tell you something. I'm like Pops off Friday.
You can have
It brings me
all
good
you want to.
pleasure to hit that block button.
Dog.
But before I block them, I gotta give them a pardon gift. I gotta give them a whole lot of kiss my ass. How about that? Then I block them.
So it went from here. It went from here to out. It went from here to out.
Let me keep going.
Well, they just talking about something. I got annihilated. I was like, dog, look, it's a 500 pound inside of me down. I know what's
you gonna need about 17 shirts. I'm getting them up. Get them up out of there. Call me an umpire.
Listen, do y'all have y'all wine, because it's late night with Ken?
Rochelle, I just came from the AD club. Shout out to the AD club. Shout out to the AD club, and I just came from the reception. I'm gonna drop a little snippet of that. The AD club, AD Robinson. We have it's a booster club where it comes with specific perks, and it's only a select group, probably about 100. I think we up to about 150, 200 people.
But that's to get in there though. Everybody can
get the waiting list long, man. You got to take a long time to get on there. You know, for those that want to know what the AD club is it's $1,500 a year, and you get season tickets for all the sports. You get a couple of reserved seats for football and parking pass, and a lot of other perks. You get the reception. You get a lot of other stuff like that. You get merch, all that good stuff. But it's a waiting list that's long. So shout out to all the AD club members in the chat.
I'm hanging with y'all, so I want to meet. I want to meet Coach. I want to meet.
Michelle, they gonna want to meet you when you coming with me. I'm gonna take you in. We good. So Ken must play 27. What the hell that mean?
Sippy Savior, what you talking about?
Oh, he don't even.
Okay, I ain't got my glasses on, so I'm trying not to stare. Let's see.
Tell him again, 2 threshold grown. I'm talking about grown too.
Strongly grown. So okay. So
hey Tony, this is my word right here. That's my pleasure. Send him to the goulash.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ken, Casey, and friends. We need you guys to like the page. We only got about half of you, so y'all are here. Go get you some wine. We finna have a good time, but we want you to exit out of the chat for about 5 seconds. Click like and subscribe. And if you really like the vibe, become a member, because we're here to stay. All things Jackson State. We're here to honor and love on our school, and we just celebrate everything that happened this week. So again, please like. Oh, and by the way, let me know what city is.
I did get that late.
So I can give you a shout
out. I went to Zia and had some of them Thai ribs today. So mind your business, player. Mind your business. And one of them ginger ale smashes smashed me, and I dozed off, went to sleep, and I ain't wake up till Nook showed up, and I was like, damn. So I didn't leave the house till 8, and it started at 7. So we got there by 8:30, and yeah, the rest is history. So I apologize that I made it late. I got sleepy, man. I've been tired. So
the game started at 1 tomorrow. Is it 3? At
3 p.m.
All right, I'm excited.
The game tomorrow is 3 p.m. at the vet. Hopefully we'll see everybody there. But yeah, man, that's what happened. I saw some coming. My man said Under Armour mad crime locked in. I don't think Under Armour mad. I think it's been, but that's your opinion. I'm not gonna take that from you. But it's like 2 people who become friends because Prime ain't, Prime was the one that said he would never wear Nike again, and he switched up. He had that right to do that, I know Dion ain't got no players that he ain't already took. He ain't added nothing new. Kid must play center in basketball. He loved blocks. I actually played small forward and shooting guard, but I was whooping shit coming through the huddle, coming through the paint.
So I just want to give a shout out to Austin. I want you to know I am so freaking proud of you. And I'm more proud that you are giving young people who wouldn't have had a chance to learn, and you teaching them. And I know they are excited. They're probably like a pancake with syrup. They sucking it all in. So I just want to honor you, and I want to thank you for doing what you do. And this is just the beginning. I know you probably blowing all of their minds because they just didn't understand what they had.
Connor Johnson, man, let me tell you something, bro. I do not operate according to adversaries. I don't. I look at it like this. 90% of the people that you come in contact with are self-centered and egotistical and probably don't mean no good. I deal with face value. I don't have to sit there and listen to these folks spam the chat, talking all that rhetoric. No, you come in the chat. They can still watch the show, but they can't talk.
You're not gonna come into the house and talk crazy.
No, I ain't gonna do all that, man. I don't care nothing about no enemies. This is YouTube, man. This ain't real life. Y'all don't even know me in real life, and I'm gonna keep it that way. It's YouTube, man. We keep this thing about Jack.
You don't let nobody come into your home and talk crazy. This is our home. We're not gonna let you come into our space and talk crazy.
No Name had a point. He said, No Name had a point. We got to work together. So I'm gonna work with you. Get him up out of there.
That was probably No Name that made up another whole thing. Because we never
I don't care nothing about it. I don't care nothing about it, Michelle. Tonight I'm on one.
I see. You feeling yourself.
Come in here with all that foolishness and see what happens. Out of there. And you come in the comments and be like, every now and again I get like this, but I'm annoyed by a lot of stuff. Austin know what I'm annoyed by, but it's all good. Listen, I ain't telling nobody how to do what they do. You are a grown person and you do not have to watch this channel, but you ain't gonna come in here and tell me what. I ain't got to listen to that.
We don't.
All right, let's move on. I'm gonna leave it alone now. I'm good. I'm good.
So, can I ask you this question? So, how much weight have you released? Your face is not as fluffy, so I'm looking at you. You looking around?
Wait a minute.
Come on now, talk to me.
I can't tell just yet. I got 2 more months, then I drop a number.
You didn't take any before and after pictures? You gotta take the pictures though, so you can.
I did that. We work. It's fluid. We working. Okay. We're gonna give them.
I put my pictures up, my before and after 3 to 6 months.
Hey, bro, you better tell them. It shows this tonight's show is sponsored by the Goulash.
Big Daddy, I think so too, Big Daddy.
What Big Daddy say?
He said, I think he had been drinking.
Ken, you got some blam lick over there again?
I had one cup of wine. I had wine. I had some wine.
Rochelle, see, let me tell you the question you're supposed to ask when he say that.
Okay.
How big was the cup?
Okay. Look,
I'm gonna need you to stay out of my personal affairs.
So check this out. I'm gonna get it. My son and my daughter-in-law gave me a wine glass. Not that one glass that can take it takes a whole bottle of wine.
Hey, look at Al say, I like it right
glad he did.
Shout out to Rail, by the way, man. I got goulash from Rail from the Lit House. Shout out to bro. Yeah, man, the goulash. I'm gonna put that on a shirt. It's coming soon, baby.
Stupid.
Yes, sir.
Okay, y'all tell me where y'all represent. We got so many people in here. Let us know the city and state. We really want to see how far we're reaching. And we want to thank y'all. It's a Friday night. Y'all not
Let's say got that high-end brown liquor.
That's why I was asking what he
in the brown bag though.
And I told y'all, look, I had some bourbon smashes earlier. I took a nap though.
I thought you said ginger ale.
I said ginger ale smash. That means ginger. Michelle, never mind. Never mind.
Come on, teammate.
I don't know.
Come on, teammate.
Ginger ale is code for something else.
Come on, teammate.
I don't drink Schweppes, nor do I drink Seagram ginger ale in real life unless I'm sick.
Okay.
What color is ginger ale?
Like what you got in your hand right now.
What you got in there? Usually, when you put a little brown mixed with a little chaser, it look like ginger ale.
Gotcha.
Now that I gotta explain it, I gotta say something else.
No, ain't saying nothing.
Say some apple juice next time.
Put it on me.
Listen, ginger. Shut up, y'all. Okay. Ginger.
Yeah, look, now that's what you can put on the damn shirt.
Ginger ale.
I can't stand
that's what you can put on the damn shirt.
What Mark is it? Mark, you need the link, bro? I'll drop it in the chat. Oh my goodness, man. I'm feeling friendly tonight. Y'all come on up. Don't come up here hanging out now. You gotta be on camera if you come up here, man.
So Zoe. Happy marriage, but check this out. Congratulations. I got somebody just text me that released 48 pounds since August. So you know what? We represent it. And so we want to encourage y'all because we want everybody to be snatched
Now I'm gonna be in the best shape ever. I've been in years by the time the fall hit. When the first game roll around, I get to Atlanta. I'm gonna be J.R. Smith ready. For those that don't know what that means no shirt.
Listen, I only drink wine once a week.
Hey. When we get to Miami, y'all gonna think we just won the NBA championship and we on the parade route.
Hey, what's happening, dog?
Black Moses.
That's good. I had too much fun, man.
It's Friday night. Listen, we ain't got number time.
Hey man, what you think about the speak on the AD club? The argument with me, my cameraman. We gonna he in the place to be.
If I had one friend who I was on money.
You chopping up? What you say?
Chopping up? Where you at?
Yeah, hear me?
Okay, we can now. What you say?
I said if I had one word, loan money.
Who's in there with the big dogs tonight?
Oh, is it old money? Are there any old secrets?
Oh yeah. It was a lot of money in that room tonight.
Okay,
Well, hell. I'm gonna say hell.
Listen, I'm not listening. I need
but it was nice, man. Put a lot of same as the golf tournament. Put a lot of faces with names, and everybody having a good time.
That question.
I need to meet the old money. Wait, excuse me. Why y'all ignoring me? I'm 57.
Rochelle.
Old men.
What you say? What?
I said, listen. Why somebody 23 try to get at me? I need old money. I'm not dating nobody.
You been here this weekend. You could have been a +2.
I got a little secret. I had somebody mid-50s get at me, you know.
Let me tell y'all what happened. I'm gonna make y'all laugh. I gotta say
that's an energy reaction.
Hey Nook, I'm gonna tell it, and she probably don't watch because she don't watch me anyway. My ex-wife. So I'm on the phone. For those that know, I'm gonna listen. The TV that I won, I put in a $20 raffle. Shout out to Toronto because Toronto actually gave me the $20 because I ain't had no cash on. $20 to enter the raffle.
Hold on. What did 80 say first before Toronto gave you the money? What did he say? Anybody who comes to this table got to put the money on the raffle. Remember?
Yep, he said that.
He said anybody come to this table got to put money on the raffle. Ken went to the table. And he was like, oh, man. So Toronto gave Ken the 20 and Ken got the raffle ticket. Now, granted, he didn't even win. They called the number. I don't know who it was. They called the number and they called
Zoe, you want to know the irony of that, though? What they call 363. Who was 364?
It was 342. It was 342.
No. They called your number. You was 363. Yeah, guess who was 364?
Who?
Toronto.
Oh, Toronto. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I know that.
Also, what's good, brother?
He was one number off.
What's going on, family? How's everybody?
Oh, man, you got it.
How are you doing?
What you do, man?
I'm good. I'm just getting back. I'll just get back home. I got some stuff coming out tomorrow. So before the game, so I'll get ready for that.
Man. But no, what I was finna say, and I'm gonna get past this story, because Michelle said that she had you said you had a what hidden on you?
Jason Brown Sr., when I meet you, we're gonna have a whole conversation because you just been snapping. I can't with him. Listen, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
I appreciate that. It's been fun. Today was fun. Excited for tomorrow though. So
bro, it's so lame, man. My thing missing my light.
Oh, before y'all go forward, because I gotta say this. Y'all do know we got a commitment today for my first 2024 recruit, right?
There we go. My light working.
What?
The first 2024 running back, we did.
Oh yeah.
But no, I'm gonna finish the story because I know somebody gonna be like, what happened? So what happened was we made it to a restaurant today, and I hope she ain't watching. Don't take this because I'm on the phone. So the TV that I won, y'all, I am not going to ship that TV back to California. I am going to give that TV to my beautiful daughter here in Madison, Mississippi. So I had to call her mama and be like, hey, I got you something. Not you, but got her something. You know what I'm saying? And we got to talking and we walked in and some folks were like, hey, ain't no kid, you know. Kid, I watch the show. We go outside and, you know, I said, oh, okay. And the young lady, that was sitting, I guess it was an auntie or something. She's like, oh, kid, look good. I said, say it a little loud. I said, say that one more time. I'm gonna put who I'm talking to on speaker so she can hear it. and she proceeded to get into her feelings. So I'm gonna just leave that at that. You know what I'm saying? You had me, and you lost me.
You stupid. But I do feel that way too, because when my ex was like, how you like me now, boo?
But I can tell she was much older than me. You know, I'm gonna leave that alone. But you know, it's all good, man. I appreciate it.
So how old are you? You 40? How old are you?
47. No, he 40.
You don't ask a grown man his age, you know.
Yeah. Okay, I'm 57. How old are you, Marcus?
That's you. You don't ask a grown man his age.
43.
Hey, Cole.
No. 34. No. Don't put that on me yet.
Okay, so Zoe, you close to my age.
No, I'm not.
How old are you, bro?
How you think Austin is?
No, I'm not. Hold on. You know what you just said?
Woman, you said you 47, right?
No, the hell I didn't.
No, I said that.
Somebody said, oh my God. Kid said 47. Oh,
I was messing with him.
I don't care what Ken said. Did you gonna say you close? Joe, you close to my age? No, I'm not.
Hey, Zoe, she throwing out. She had age everybody to my 43. I don't know what the hell I ain't.
Kid over there breaking up.
Hang up an octave. No, I ain't.
I'm 34. I'm a 34 chocolate bar.
Okay.
You hear me?
Are any of y'all close to 40?
I'm 40. I'll be 41 on April the 29th.
My age is.
What day is that? Because I'm gonna have that cash out copy. Y'all better all send me a damn birthday deposit or something. I'll be 41 in how many days we got left? Today to tomorrow, 15th. We got about right after my birthday, the portal closed. So then we'll see.
That's my age. Tall glass of water. That's my age.
I had somebody. I actually showed it to Ken. He was like,
oh, you talking about that 27-year-old?
No, he was like,
that's that 27-year-old, man.
Excuse me, dude.
Yeah, Rochelle got these little young folks out here trying to snatch her up, man. You can't be advertised talking about you a whole situation and think they ain't gonna come. Me, Rochelle. You like young dudes?
No.
He said,
all she doing.
The crazy part. He said, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's cougar bait. That's all she doing.
Listen, no, Zoe, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I sent it to Ken. I was like, no. He was like,
that man said cougar bait.
He said, how you doing? I was like, fine. I said, I don't know you. He said, I saw you on Ken's show. I was like, okay, hi. Right? And so he was like, do you like younger men? And I was like, what's your definition of young? He went 19 to 29. I went, what?
You doing social media?
No, I was like,
hey, what's the name of the dude that don't talk? He just go.
No, I was like, no. I said, my son is older than you. He was like, well, I'm a grown man. I was like, my son is older than you. I said, but I thank you for the compliment. I am so honored that you thought that. But
David Williams, happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man.
That's sick to me. No, 27.
Hey, look at Chuck. Look at Chuck, y'all. Look at Chuck.
See?
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all what messed us up, y'all. What messed us up was Boomerang. Marcus, darling.
You're right. Oh my God. I forgot about that movie. Ma.
Hey, the fact that a lady used to tell me that all the time.
Hey, why I read this in his voice? Hi, Austin. What you working on, man? We gotta change the subject. It's going far left. I gotta get it. Gotta reel it back in.
I just got the visual of Lady Eloise in my face.
Your face was killing me so.
I wish, EA.
I mean, who wanna? Never mind.
Nah, cause that. Go ahead on Austin, speak.
and like a prune.
That man said, "Knock the great." Come on, Chuck. You got come on, Chuck. Bring it back, man. Bring it back, man. Come on, man.
Hey, man. Who up here in the chat? Which one of y'all eat prunes? I rest my case.
Oh my
God, please, bro.
I ain't know where you were going with that. That's crazy.
I'm done.
That's wrong, bro. We gotta change that. Austin,
What do you got on your plate, Austin? What are you doing?
Say it again, Rochelle.
Tell us about what you're doing. It. Let me ask you, how's your team doing? Are they really just taking it all in? I'm so happy for the younger people. I bet you got a waiting list of people who want to work with you now, huh?
I got emails I ain't even responded back to.
I told you. I knew it.
And it's only because like it's kind of too late, but it's still opportunity for people to kind of jump on like from after the spring game. First of all, I'm gonna take a break. I ain't looking at no emails until May probably. But
I was just saying he ain't doing no content till the portal close.
I feel him.
We're gonna find out who really who with us or not. But go ahead, Austin.
Yeah, no, it's been good. I'm happy that Under Armour has came and allowed me to create for them, and they've been doing a phenomenal job collaborating and getting more exposure to the teams and stuff like that. And so it's been a good experience this week. I'm trying to make sure I still juggle everything. So we got a big operational day tomorrow, and we are excited to be able to like get footage and then get content and have fun. So that's what's going to be happening all day tomorrow. So it's very exciting. Very exciting.
I'm so happy. I'm so excited for the kids because I know for them to be what they happened this week, that was surreal for them. Like who would have thought that? I know they're thinking, look where I'm at right now. So I'm like I told you, I said you will have interns for every freaking season. Watch. Okay. Everybody talking about you in them damn prunes though. I'm gonna have to hire an assistant to handle this. I'm telling you, Austin, you a hot commodity, my love.
Hey, look, I might have to do that. I think this week, because Under Armour is there, it's kind of been a little bit hectic, just a little bit more.
No, but it's the content, Austin. It ain't it's not all Under Armour.
It's not, but it's a good balance because they've been helpful too. And so it's just been a good experience. I think this is my first spring game directing, like just everything. So on a media standpoint, so I think it's gonna be fine. So I think the kids are really excited to be out there tomorrow. So especially people who really had a chance to kind of create, and so I'm gonna get them to help, and we're gonna kick it off and do well. And then I'm excited. I'm excited for the Under Armour stuff because it's been so much content.
Oh my goodness!
All week, like y'all hadn't even seen. I don't even think y'all seen a quarter of what we've done. Like I think y'all only seen a snippet, and I think it was great. We're building these relationships with Under Armour because Under Armour has people that know people, like Quality Control, which is the label that
QC
houses like the Migos, City Girls, Duke Deuce, so many more artists, and we're building connections.
We were talking about homecoming at some point, right?
Yeah, we've been talking about homecoming, and we've been talking about Jack State versus Southern because they're both under Under Armour. So we've been kind of like talking about ideas and stuff like that can happen. So it's a good time to talk about it now.
And it's early.
And it's early enough to kind of, to make it happen. You never know who's going to show up because also up under, well, I ain't going to say that, but like there's a lot of different connects that has been going on. So we're excited. We got Junior Day tomorrow as well. We got just a ton of stuff going on. So, and then the finale, which is the blue and white. the blue and white event, the finale.
But
And
I'm
so
gonna
I'm excited about that. I really ain't gonna pick up my camera much. I
what you
might
be
take a
doing
few
though?
pictures, smile, and then get my little ginger ale.
That's a little. Got a question for you, Austin.
I can answer it. It ain't gonna rain.
Thank you, Zoe. I've been waiting on you, bro. I needed you to come on here and say that.
Yeah, I think we're gonna miss it, but I have rain gear to cover my cameras. I got rain gear to cover my hair because that gotta stay intact
Who
too.
said his
I
hair?
rain here for mine
Yeah,
too.
mine too, dog. Yeah, man. I got. I'm gonna wear a do rag like Savvy McGee tomorrow.
Oh man, and so it's gonna be fun. It's
What's up,
a
Tyler?
lot of good stuff, and so man, we people we've been hearing some of the rumblings and stuff like
Oh
that. I seen some.
wow.
Hey, Dan Curry, man.
Wait a
Be
minute.
sure to holler at us, man. Coming all the way down from Ontario,
Man, make
Canada.
sure you run to us, man. For real, for real.
Make sure you say, "Hey, I'm the guy from Ontario, Canada, man. We're gonna definitely
For
take a picture,
real.
man."
We gonna take a picture and everything. That's oh
Yeah.
my
Hey, and while you at it, we got a lineman that's gonna be at the game tomorrow from Toronto. Tomorrow.
Q wait, hit what Q Lou said. He hit the money right there. Is that
Tanya,
to realize that black people
what's up, sis?
What's up, Tony?
Appreciate
Hey,
you.
that's my childhood neighbor, man. I'm gonna tell you my whole life.
Good people right there, man. Good people.
listen, I'm go I love what y'all are doing. Keep up the good work. Yes.
That's
So
both.
I was just have smoking.
Hey, that's a trick. It ain't gonna rain.
Hey, let me tell you something. My percentage is way better than David Hartman and any other weatherman in
Hey,
Jackson.
I got a t-shirt design, y'all. I'm gonna put zoologist just like that, and then you know how they have the I had a circle with the line going through it for how they like. I'm gonna just put a rain cloud with a circle around it and a line. Say zoologist.
Listen, we are here for it.
It sounds crazy, but watch when you see it.
Psychedelic literature, you gonna come up and spit. Okay, you gonna come spit some game. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I am just
That's a great point, EA. That's true. The bands are still there, but it has reversed. It definitely has. It's about the football game, and the band is a necessary piece, but it's also an added.
Hey, we gave the example. Football is the full course meal on the plate, and the band is the sides. Good healthy sides. You need your side with your meat. You know what I'm saying?
Excellent.
All is the meat and the side. It is what it is. Full course meal.
Anyway, it's just been a good week. Happy that everybody's been supportive. It's good to see that I can get on Twitter and I don't even have to say nothing. I'm looking at notification after notification. People just saying all kinds of crazy stuff. Just kind of contradicting themselves, being hypocritical. It's just funny. So it's good. It's good to be a part of the JSU family, and I'm excited about tomorrow. And a lot of answers gonna be, or a lot of questions are gonna be answered tomorrow, and then we get the train rolling again. So it's only up from here.
Yeah, man. And I appreciate you for allowing us to be a part of it as well. That has been a phenomenal experience, bro. And just to see it, you know what I mean. That has been really cool, man.
No.
We're definitely appreciative, and only up from here, bro. Only up from here.
Yep. So, and tomorrow is gonna be fun. Like that's what TC want them to have fun tomorrow, and kind of get after it. So everybody's gonna be great. Sure live.
Yeah, it will be lit tomorrow, man. I think everybody's gonna be excited. They're gonna love what they see in the product that we're gonna put out on the field.
For sure.
The Under Armour interviews today for the coaches, man, I think was really good stuff, man.
Yeah.
I love Coach Maurice Harris, man. You could tell anytime he's asked questions about his offense, man, he just give you more than what you can consume at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of what we'll give the game will be streamed tomorrow for those that are looking, and then if we don't get it to be live, we'll definitely be dropping a lot of that content after the game. So there'll be a lot of content that we'll be sharing and posting after the spring game, and we'll go from there. I sure will, Austin.
I'm about to say aunt.
Huh?
Thought you about to say auntie.
Oh wow! Dan, you work for the Toronto Raptors. Wow.
Oh, my bad. My bad about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. I would love if all Jack State games on HBCU Go. That'd make my day. You know.
You can stream the game on the JSU Sports Network.
Yeah, the link. So for everyone that's on Twitter, go to Go JSU Tigers and go to the Jackson State Athletics page, as well as the football page, and it'll have the links in that tweet. It'll have how you can listen, and it'll also have the links. And of course, it'll probably be dropped tomorrow again. I've reshared it, but I usually reshare anything Jackson State, so you probably have to scroll for a minute on my page. That's right, C. Lee. It's gonna be a fun day to get back to the vet tomorrow.
Bruh. Let me tell y'all something. I gotta tell you my age, but man, I told Ken this plenty of times. I've been going to the vet since I was 4 years old. And every time I walk in that stadium, when you go up the ramp and you hit that main concourse, I get chills every single time.
Hey, Nook, can you do me a favor, bro?
Yeah.
You grab the link off of the Twitter page for me and post it. Post it in the chat. Let's just go ahead and drop it. That way people can. That's for Randy. We got to make sure you can watch it, Randy, because we need you to be. We need you to be on there, dog.
Yeah. And for those who don't understand why Under Armour is there, they're collaborating with us to kind of showcase 3 players there, but they're also going to highlight the entire story, the staff, and Jack State as a whole, but really just kind of like highlighting those 3 people. So it's just a good look on a global brand. We want to continue to expand for Jack State football and really just Jack State in its entirety, but it starts with Jack State football. So getting Under Armour there is great, and we'll continue to kind of like collaborate with them and get more content and more exposure and stuff like that. So big ideas on a grand scheme of things, and even the CEO of Under Armour has been paying attention, and so he's excited about Jack State and the content that we're putting out as well.
I think it was pretty awesome. Just I went to the link, so when they posted it on IG, I just want to show you guys every item that you buy from Under Armour from that link. This is what you'll see. These guys are featured, man, on the actual page, whether they're selling merch, whether they're selling shoes, it doesn't matter. These are some of the, and I just thought that was really dope, man. Every time you click it and you hit it, you go to the end, you see this. So these are the shoes. Here we need Kenzo to go on the pivot. Man, I would love that.
Hold on. What if I told you?
Yeah, we did have a conversation.
There's some preliminary talks to actually make that happen. I'm dead serious. This is not some BS talk. We actually had we have made contact, and that was what, about 3 months ago.
I forget.
Yeah, but we're all in like it's a preliminary talks to make that happen. The holdup's been, yeah, it was because the holdup at the time was football scheduling. But we have made contact. Not Ken and I, but 1400 Club has made contact. So we're kind of in works to get that done.
That would be great if we could definitely do that. It would definitely. We love that. So if you know, we don't know. I mean, we never know who's watching. If somebody is watching that can make that happen. I mean, we love to go onto that, you know, that podcast and have that conversation. Me and Marcus talked about an idea of something that could actually work just from a JSU standpoint, because, you know, it's some things that kind of come up today that, you know what I'm saying, I won't really mention it tonight, but there has to be some type of resolution in relation to that. But that'll be dope. That'll be dope to go on Pivot, or I'll go on I Am Athlete too, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. I'm over here trying to
Mark Nook dropped the link too.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, Randy, here you go, brother. So that's where the game will be streamed at. Dog, that would be crazy, bro. That would be crazy. That'd be must-see TV. I could only imagine. The athletes were chosen by the head coach. It was he had a very specific criteria as to not just that. It wasn't just that. It was not just that. It was other things, you know. Gotta get jump on the plaza to join them.
Nah.
It's with a K. Hey, it's with a K. It's with a K.
It's crazy.
It's with a K. 1400 Club.
Take ass is crazy. Man.
I Am Athlete D is outside. So yeah, that was but that was also talked about in the interview today. Coach TC, you know, was just basically, you know, kind of expounding on that, and then he also was talking about the team. So his portion of the interview, from the coach's standpoints, were actually the longest of the four, obviously, for obvious reasons. But man, listen, what happened, Marcus, when we was in that room? Marcus' phone, was that your watch?
Man, how the hell if I know?
Yeah, his phone was on silent, bro. Your phone was on silent.
Watch on silent. And just
And like
what the
in
hell?
the middle of the damn interview, like it was like, I was like, mother, like, oh man, Coach TC looked over there like, bruh. He was already tired, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, this thing did not just go off in the middle of the damn him answering."
Mm-hmm.
So they had to like start the question over. I was like, "Oh my god, bro!"
It was good though because he didn't really get deep into it, but he just kind of started. So, but we can edit all that out. There ain't no problem.
No, I know, because I wasn't even tripping. I just felt for Marcus, because if that would have happened to me, I would have.
You're goddamn right, Randy. Shit.
I would have been. I would have probably shrunk. That's why I keep my phone on vibrate.
Like I do. It was the crazy part is it was on vibrate. It was on vibrate. The phone was on vibrate. I just said, "Hell, would turn both of them off."
He turned them over. He just turned them over. He powered them off.
Just power them both off. The hell with it. I don't know. I ain't never. The fact that I've never even heard that beat from my watch. Then this
that was so random, bro. He was like, bro, I don't know what the hell just happened.
I thought it was the little light switch. They control the light.
I thought it was too.
That's crazy.
How much is Austin paying an hour?
I'm paying out of love every hour.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You sound like me.
What? Look, I ain't gonna stay on here too long, guys. I'm gonna try to get some sleep while I still can.
Yeah, I ain't gonna stay long. I'm gonna get ready to get off this thing my damn self.
I'm hurting over here. Head hurting. I need to get some sleep.
Hey, look, look, that ginger ale got him on the ropes. He over there roping.
Man, I had to take a nap before I even got up to go to this reception, man. And I'm telling you, it was
It's been a ginger ale day.
Right.
Hey Zoe, he liked them wings, them well not wings, them ribs them Thai ribs at the field, man.
Look.
Though you know I don't eat pork.
Hard one. Good one.
I eat them though.
Listen, I don't eat pork.
Good one.
Man, thing was hitting, man.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
I'm trying to get everybody's plate tomorrow.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
But anyway, all right, fam. I'm finna hit the hay. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Right,
Hey, bro, quick, man. The team is leaving from the campus, right?
Yep. They should.
What time will the team make it over for those that want to enter? They go to the Tiger, want to see them walk in.
I gotta double check. I actually need to double check that because I didn't see that on the itinerary. But
I don't think they'll do it
They probably won't do it. It's probably not tomorrow. That probably won't happen.
I don't think. Yeah,
I wonder what time they're gonna head to the stadium. We're gonna jump behind that. We're gonna jump behind them.
It's either 12 or 12:15. But I'll text, like when I look at the group chat, I'll text you and let you know.
Okay, we probably make it up there. I think around 11ish, little after 11.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing by the vet in the morning and get some B-roll and stuff, and then I head back to the facility.
Karen, it's a spring game. They'll be it's a scrimmage amongst themselves. The offense versus the defense. Ones versus the twos. Leave it alone, though. This is a question mark now because of the rain. I think it's going to be some people that's going to probably because of the rain. So I think it'll be below 20K at this point. But
I rebuke thee in the name. I rebuke you. 20K tomorrow. Ain't no rain.
That's right. My bad, bro. For Mr. GA, what's happening, brother? He said, appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, big dog.
All right, man.
We're gonna hang on for about another 11 minutes, man. We're
gonna rendezvous in the morning.
I'm not running. Y'all can say that.
The gates open at 12 tomorrow. Hey, and the boom will be out there. They marching in that thing. So if you want to see the boom, you got to get there to see them now. Yeah. All right, y'all. We got a good 10 minutes. We'll open it up. The stream is open. If you want to come up, rap with us, we'll definitely be more than happy to have you up.
All right, y'all. I'll hit y'all up later.
All right, peace out, brother.
All right,
bro.
Are we coming to the run? I ain't gonna be there. Only thing I'm gonna be running in the morning is my shower water.
And I got a haircut appointment at 9:30.
Willie Gaines posted it that he entered the portal on Saturday. Yeah. Willie Gaines ain't been in Jackson since Santa Claus.
After the celebration.
So it's safe to say this, y'all. If y'all hadn't seen these players, a player on any type of any form of media, any pictures, anything, they ain't not there. That'll save you a whole lot of questions. Yeah, Willie left when it was, we wish him well though, I talked to Coach TC, Marcus and I was standing there talking to him, and I'll mention this real quick. He did talk about college sports and just college football in general, being more of an NFL mindset. And he was talking about it's year to year with these guys. You never can tell, man. Yep. Hey y'all, I gotta show you something, Zoe. I'm finna show out. I gotta show y'all something. I want to shout out my brother Craig's you know, for hooking me up with. Don't you say a damn word. He about to say, hold on, I'll be right back. Right?
I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm trying to figure out what the situation and the problem being.
Oh. Stay away from that one.
Okay.
You gotta sit down,
my idea, man.
You gotta sit down first. You gotta sit down and put it
Sit down,
in
because you can't see.
You gotta sit down. You can't even see it.
I'm about to sit down. I'm putting it on.
Cause you look like poltergeist right now.
Y'all got more. Listen, y'all got more JSU gear than the law should allow.
Y'all see that right there? I'm rocking that 80, that Robert Brazil.
You can get that nowhere.
Don't y'all steal my idea, man. Shout out to Dr. Doom, Mr. Brazil, Big Onk.
I can hear him right now. Man, where you get that at?
Oh,
He's
gonna probably make me take this off and give it to him. I'm gonna have him sign it, and if he there, I know he's gonna be there tomorrow, probably more than likely. But shout out to Craig, man. Shout out to Craig. I'm gonna put up his stuff, man. Craig, official channel sponsor, man, for this platform. Craig Thomas, CEO of The Jersey Wave, The Jersey Wave at yahoo.com. IG _ The Jersey Wave _ Facebook Craig Thomas. 769-231-5121. Go ahead and put your orders in for a jersey. Man, I got 7 of them things, man. Hey, man.
See, the reason I don't like jerseys, I need jerseys for a woman. Y'all mess his box.
He has women jerseys.
He got women jerseys. I mean, the jersey can fit women size. You can.
Wait a minute.
Shut up, Zoe.
Oh, so you I'm gonna tell you, how old you say you is? I'm asking.
Hey, I'll be right back. I got another one.
Yeah. How many times you done dropped that link to their website?
I don't do jerseys.
Show.
You say you don't do jerseys? Rochelle, you could have.
Jerseys are not cute, Zoe. They are not attractive. And let me tell you why I hate jerseys. Because I'm small up top and I'm large up bottom, and they don't adjust. So I'm good with jerseys. If they don't stop at my waist, I'm a small top. I'm a medium top. Oh, not Tillman.
Don't y'all steal my ideas now.
So for real, though, so for me, my top and my bottom don't mix, so I have to get them cut and they have to stop at my waist.
She said she big boned it down low.
Come on, man. You see that one now.
I'm big boned it down low.
Huh?
I need to see that one. You moving too slow. I need to see that one now.
I know that was nice.
I see that one hard. I see that right there, that hard. That hard right there, man.
Don't y'all steal my ideas, man.
Look. Hold on. Let me make y'all look. That's the Lewis Tillman that's all slugged up with the gold grill. Y'all know about this.
You know what's funny? I was at Jackson State with Lewis Tillman. We had classes together.
Y'all steal my ideas, man. Don't be trying to. Hey, Craig, they come to you before you make it. You gotta let me know, dog. But no, this shout out to Craig, bro. Hey, bro, do some amazing work. I'm gonna have a different jersey on. It's gonna be on Tiger Talk now. I'm gonna have a different jersey on every game. And we got some new uniform coming in too. And yeah, we're gonna have them jerseys before y'all even see them. So my objective is to try to have. I'm actually gonna probably wear this one tomorrow. No, actually, I'm gonna wear the favorite jersey.
Can I get a jersey to say a whole situation?
You can get whatever you want. You can just put a situation on the back, on the name instead of
the truth with his little pigeon toe self back in the day.
Who that?
Lois Tillman, pigeon toe.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, we graduated. Me and Lewis Tillman graduated together. So yes, the throwback vibes. Miss Rochelle, let me tell you something. Can I just say something to y'all? I feel so honored that this is one thing I can say about Black people. No, for real. And this is on everything. Is that I have taken Marcus unapologetically. I told my son.
Here goes up.
Okay. How many jerseys do you have, kid?
Michelle, I'm gonna need you to mind your business.
Hey, at TSDS, baby. TSDS.
That's right.
Albert Miller Jr. Shout out to Albert Miller Jr. He got us. He gonna sign this for you, boy.
That's too many. But y'all men can wear jerseys. Listen, are
Yes.
you drinking? Listen, I'm drinking some good wine. But listen, I have. What is that? Come back. We can't see it, Ken.
I told you, be looking like poltergeist. You can't be holding the thing up.
You gotta sit down so we can see it. We can't see it.
Yeah,
We see you now. Okay, let's see what you got. Yep, let's go. What you got?
Go.
Yes. Be right back.
Go.
I can do a jersey dress, but no. What I was saying was, Marcus, I did never think I would be so honored to let older. Who is he? Oh, you boy!
Let that man finish his stuff before you talk.
Okay, come on.
You got about 3 to go. You got about 3 to go.
Ken, Zoe, do you have that many jerseys? But how many hats do you have? Because you got enough Jackson State hats. Lord. Geez.
Shout out to Big Daddy Gaddy.
If I don't know nothing, I know one thing. Y'all love y'all school. Y'all love y'all some Jackson State.
One last jersey, and I'm a little disappointed, but I'm gonna rock this thing anyway.
Who is 36?
Hey,
That little sugar cube.
it's all good, bro.
Shit, good.
Much love to you, Savion. Wish him the best, bro. But I'm gonna still rock that thing.
I'm so proud he's showing his face. But look, Zoe, I never thought I'd be honored to be called auntie. I feel so honored with listen, when older, this one thing I know about Black men. And like a lot of people don't call me by my, Black people, we don't call older people by Rochelle. They're gonna either call you Miss Rochelle or auntie. And we just not gonna call.
You got a nickname you just ain't told everybody too.
Huh?
You got a nickname you just skipped over that you ain't tell everybody.
What's my nickname?
I don't know. You ain't told everybody.
I don't have a nickname. Miss No Gravy.
That's cap.
I don't have a nickname.
You got a nickname you ain't told nobody. You said everybody call me Rochelle or something else.
They know, but what I love is that when the younger generation, this is what I think is funny, and I speak a lot on Clubhouse, and when I speak, it was like they either Black men either call me auntie in their 30s or Miss Rochelle. Like that's one thing I can say about Black people is the respect that we put on our elders. So I am honored,
Man, what the hell?
even though I don't look like an elder. I am honored when my younger in their 30s call me auntie or either Miss Rochelle. I call my son, I said, Khalil, I'm Auntie Rochelle now. My son cracked up laughing, but that is such an honor for me that we just don't call older people by their first name. We don't. Especially, I'm 28. Think about it. If you're 30 and I'm 57, that's 27. I'm old enough to be your mom. And that is one thing I love about Black people. Because let me tell you something. This is another note. I had a little 11-year-old white girl who was my client. And she called me Rochelle, Zoe. And I told her, you're not allowed to call me. She said, why can't I call you by your first name? I said, because you a kid.
You just want them dude to say, hey, auntie.
See? You wait till I see you. So I'm going to punch you in your throat.
That's all you want.
I do not.
That's all she want.
No.
Black Panther. Hey, auntie.
No,
That's all you want.
No, I'm honored to be 57 and 58.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looked at as no, seriously, I can't stand you.
I'm just saying, man.
Hey, you just gotta hit him up, bro. I'll let Craig, man.
I can't stand him. Hey, Mr. C, what? Come on. You showing your face. We so proud. Come on. What
up, my OG?
Hey, how y'all doing? Can y'all hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Loud and clear, man.
So I had two quick things, and then I was gonna jump off. And Ken, I guess it's serendipitous that you wearing that Wilkerson jersey.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you and Brother Zoe and Brother Marcus, and it may be a little bit too old for y'all, so y'all may not remember it. But in the late 70s, early 80s, my father had this portrait, and it was the only I remember because my father didn't support PWIs, so that's why I always thought it was interesting that he had this portrait. But I came to realize that it was a real famous painting, and the painting was titled "OJ Runs to Daylight," and it was a game in which USC was playing UCLA. They was on the 3 or 4 yard line, and there was this spot around the 3 yard line, and UCLA defenders was all around it, and all you could see was OJ Simpson peeking through those UCLA linemen. And what I come to realize, it came from a moment where it looked like there was no way that he could score, but he actually scored. So that's why they became a famous picture that somebody turned into a famous painting, right? So it's called OJ Runs to Daylight. And the reason I was thinking about that is because when Wilkerson made almost the exact same play against Texas Southern, what I was going to do was ask one of y'all, I never got around to doing it, was ask one of y'all if you knew a photographer who had a picture of that moment, because I know a couple of artists, and I was going to commission an artist to do the same type of painting called Wilkerson Runs the Daylight. I mean, it was the exact same painting. So, you know, and again, I know everything is in limbo, so now I'm kind of like, well, I'm glad I didn't get that painting commission. But
yeah, I done already made the investment, so I'm gonna. And you know what though? Here's the thing. I mean, we love Savion, bro. Savion is I don't know what the hell wrong with my screen. I mean, it's kind of shaky. 1 second, y'all. Let me do something.
I'm probably I want to hit the bed.
I understand, because I already told a lot of people they're gonna be mad at me. I'm not gonna be one of the people who was burning all these. I'm not burning my I Believe shirt. I don't burn nothing I pay for. So I mean, I may not wear it to the game, but I ain't burning nothing. Now, if somebody want to buy it from me, I might do that, but I'm not gonna be like them fools who was burning their Florida State stuff when Travis Hunter. Black people don't do that.
I don't know what the hell happened. It don't even matter at this point. But no, I was saying that we wish him the best. But he was a 1,000-yard rusher this past season, and that'll forever be in the history books. So one of the things that I did wind up talking about on Twitter.
That's good, Ken.
Today was, and I'll say it this way, shout out to KJ, by the way. I think KJ made a comment in reference to respecting the way that our coaching staff handles players that enter the portal. And here's the reality of it. Coach TC stated that he said it's a business, basically. It's a business. He was like, he said, got to approach it almost like the NFL, year to year. And then he went on to say, we talked about a lot of stuff, but one thing we don't do is we don't speak ill of any student athletes. We wish them well. I mean, they make a decision. They feel like they're doing something that's best for them and their families. Then we got to respect that. And if it was love while they wore a Jack State uniform, hey, we're gonna show them love. But we're gonna move on though.
Right.
It's not gonna be the same. It's not like we don't have to hate on the kid. We can just say, hey man, wish you the best. Wish you still was a Jack State Tiger, but nevertheless, we're gonna move on. And just our way of moving on is we don't have to say that. We just kind of wish you the best and just continue to talk about what's going on and who's there. And TC has done a phenomenal job of that because, he said what he said in the press conference. Then he went on to say, hey, listen, J.D. Martin has been having a great spring. Desmond Moultrie has had a great spring. And as a coach in this business, you have to focus on the players that are there. And while we hate to see 3-6 Mafia not be in a Jack State Tiger uniform next year, Zoe say Little Sugar Cube, however you want to look at it, but I got the jersey, and it is what it is. Just change the number. Nah, I'm not going to change anything. I'm probably going to frame it, you know what I'm saying, and just kind of go from there. But
because he set a record. He stepped
I
away.
don't plan on wearing any of the players' jerseys. Like these are just two of the players that I felt like if they stayed in the Jackson Tiger uniform, that they could get to the next level. So I won't be wearing any current player uniforms. I'm looking for the those that came through. I want a Graylin Pratt jersey. I want a what I'm saying, give me a CJ Holmes jersey. Give me a Dan Williams. I can't do Dan Williams because that's Marcus is going to do Dan Williams. Shout out to Dan. And those interviews will come out. And talk to a coach off camera today. I don't think people understand the full challenges that man, this is a different world we're living in now, man.
Yes, for sure.
It's a different world, y'all. I'm telling you. And this NIL stuff, and then coach is telling us about players. One particular player, y'all, he was like, this cat got an agent you gotta deal with, so
wow.
It's different, man. It's different. So
it's the NFL.
So it just is what it is. But when it comes to players, I mean, we got to do what we got to do. But I'm gonna definitely be looking into the past. I'm gonna lean on Brother Polk. He sent me some stuff today. Shout out to Brother Sam Polk from the Melanated Power Hour, and I'm looking to try to highlight those legends of the game. Leon Seals, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Randall Smith, you know what I'm saying? Darren Connor. I'm trying to get them numbers.
Yes.
You forgot the main one.
Well,
Listen,
I
ain't
see. I'm a little. So I am gonna get another 41 jersey for Big Country, but I got James Houston, and I thought about that today actually. So I didn't forget about it.
Hold on.
Shannon Boyd was my quarterback. So my quarterback went undefeated.
Silly.
My quarterback went undefeated in the SWAC.
Silly.
So,
hold on, Silly. This is why you my OG. Hold on. I tell everybody. The greatest quarterback in Jackson history to me is Shannon Boyd. He got four of them things.
There was Shannon.
That's my quarterback.
So let me ask you a question. And let me set your memory. Was Leon Seals number 96?
Yep.
Yes, he was.
Did you hear me? That's
I gotta get me a Robert Kent jersey.
Shannon Boyd does not get his respect. My man got four of them things. That's who started the 28 winning streak.
And I just bragged that I was there.
Yes. Rico Richardson. I gotta get me an 83, man.
I was there.
Gotta get me an 83.
I was there.
Hold on. Let me say this since we on, you know what I'm saying?
No, Casey Terrio is a great, but he was there for 2 seasons. Shannon Boyd, and he never won a SWAC championship. But
I gotta say this since we on Al Green Internet. Shannon Boyd is the best number 12 in Jack State history.
Exactly.
I'm gonna drop that.
So I'm agreeing with you.
There's never been a greater player to wear number 12 in Jackson State.
Let me tell you something. The 80s was real thing, baby. Let me tell y'all something.
Now,
I was there for it.
I'm gonna shift to something else, but I thought about something the other day, and I wanted to get y'all opinion on this one player. And I liked him because he was a nasty nose tackle. He was just mean and nasty, but I don't hear a lot of people talk about him. Last name I think was Billups. Played
Jonathan Billups.
Yeah, Jonathan Billups. He was a nasty
from Picayune.
Yeah. A little undersized, but he was a nasty nose tackle. I used to love to watch him with Tennessee.
I'll tell you something. Yep, played on the coverage.
Yep. So
that's what it was, man. It was that damn white jersey was killing my lighting over here.
So Sister Rochelle mentioned something Monday, and we couldn't address it Monday, but I said I would come back Friday and address it because we're a little loose. And it's gonna, when I first say it, it's gonna sound crazy, but I do really want to provide, I always like to provide context.
All right.
So Sister Rochelle asked about the Freaknik documentary that's about to come out. And what I think people need to understand is that if you're going to discuss Freaknik, you got to discuss it in 2 parts. Freaknik before 1993 and Freaknik after 1993.
Yes, sir.
Because
the 80s. I didn't
because what's happening is people don't understand that the Freaknik that existed before Jermaine Dupri and Luther Campbell got involved was a different type of Freaknik. Now, the true history of Freaknik, it was actually started by the local Atlanta HBCUs for students who didn't have money to go out of town for spring break.
Yep.
That is actually how Freaknik got started. It was not a sex fest. It was not. And I tell people, rock with me on this. College students. I was a college student, right?
Yep.
College students don't need no excuse or no event to try to have sex. So they don't need to have no event.
Hold on, Celine. You said college students don't need that right now.
Well, exactly. Exactly.
But hold on. See, this also was that at one point was the black version of Girls Gone Wild. Remember that?
Well, that was after 93.
Right.
See, before 93, it was actually a picnic in the park.
I went 96.
It was a picnic in the park, and it was Morehouse, Spelman, Clark and Lancer, and who else was in the fourth one? I can't remember the fourth one. And after that, 93 is, and I hate to put it this way, but this is basically what happened was the strip club, what I want to call sector, got involved as a way to promote strip clubs. That's essentially what happened. Now, here's why I'm bringing this up.
Wow.
We have to be very intentional about who tells our story, because just like we're seeing with the garbage issue, not all black people are in a position to tell a story about other black people.
That's right. It's white people telling this story. That's crazy.
Well, not only just white people. Sometimes the wrong black people will tell the story. And the problem is when you got Jermaine Dupri and Luther Campbell telling the history of Freaknik, they're telling the history of post-1993, and nobody is telling the history of it before 1993. And so that's the point I wanted to make, is coming back to this. That's why this live, what you guys do every night, because as you guys have said before, Tiger Talk 1400 Club always existed. But then the going live every night was because of the chaos, because somebody else wanted to tell the Jackson State story. And even today, you have people not affiliated. I was on Doc Holliday earlier, and I saw a lot of people in the chat. And I rarely try to comment anywhere else, but I like Doc Holliday, so I support Doc Holliday, and I support She Loves D. And I put in that chat when I saw all those people, I said, I find it interesting that people who claim to have graduated and went to other schools spend so much time on Jackson State platforms commenting about Jackson State, trying to tell the Jackson State story. And in fact, it makes me wonder if their schools even have platforms.
Come on.
And just like you have non-Jackson State people trying to tell the Jackson State story, the whole thing about Freaknik is, and I want this to be a lesson, particularly for younger people, any younger people that own the night or that may watch the recording of this. It's not just that we don't want white people not telling our story. We don't want unknowledgeable black people telling our story.
Right.
That's what Joe and
what's the term you used the other day? What's the term you used?
Negro ineptitude.
We don't want inept Negroes telling our story.
I'm Spencer. I'm not lit. I am so okay because I'm drinking water.
Oh, we know you lit. We see it. You always turn to.
And just like we don't want people who got half some information or parts of information running to other platforms like they got Jackson State News. We have to be careful with this with this new Freaknik documentary, because I know we're gonna laugh, we're gonna joke about it, but I do think it's important, because one of the things we always have to understand is that people cannot accept the brilliance of blackness. It's too bright for them. Looking at black brilliance is almost like looking into the sun.
And Uncle Luke is full of. Oh, I'm sorry.
And when you understand that looking at black brilliance is like looking at the sun.
Mm-hmm.
People have to tank. They have to. It's like you have to put shades on because you can't look directly at the sun.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing with black brilliance. And so because people can't look directly at black brilliance, they got to find a way to tame it. They got to find a way to say that, you know, Freaknik is about this over-sexualized black people when it was really about black people with no money, black college students with no money, finding a way to gather positively
for spring break,
to celebrate themselves for spring break, which is the same thing about why there's so much venom at Jackson State is because how dare you little country Negroes love yourself? How dare you little country Negroes think that you built a culture that's worth celebrating? And so that's why I wanted to kind of draw the parallel between these two things. Because trust me, we're going to be laughing and joking about it, but I do think that we have to be careful about who tells our story. And we have to also be willing to correct other black people when they're not telling our story correctly.
They're out of order. You're right.
So, but that's it. I'll shut up now. I just, you know, see if somebody in chat wanted to question anything, but I'll shut up. But I just wanted to bring that up because it is an important issue.
I don't think it's a coincidence that they chose that year because they chose the worst of it. And you're right. And they're not looking at that's when the strip clubs became, because like it was in the 80s. They didn't go to the beginning of it, right?
Right.
And so for the younger generation who don't even, like a lot of people, especially I'm from California, they never heard of Freaknik. So they was going, is the HBCUs the blame of Freaknik? No, in 94, you are 100% right. That's when the strip clubs. So a lot of those women that were there were not even from schools. They were professional strippers. You are 100. Because I stayed at home and I watched it. I was like, oh, this not going to be good. So it's going to be interesting that you're right, though, because of the dynamics of what we are doing in this country. Let's just bring up Freaknik. Like, where did this come from? You know what I'm saying? And then they chose Luke, Uncle Luke or whatever, who was promoting the other guy, the former guy, who was all on Deion Sanders' side. You know, he ain't got shit. I'm sorry. He ain't got.
And to let me to EA's point, EA is correct, but I want to add something to that because there's something that gets forgotten about Du Bois's quote about the talented 10. Mm-hmm. Because people use that and don't understand his full context. When Du Bois said about the talented 10, the part that people don't tell is that he said, and it is the responsibility of the talented 10 to reach back and pull up another 10%. And then that 10% will reach back and pull up another 10% until the entire race has been lifted from the bowels of white supremacy.
Come on.
And so I think that when we stop at the talented 10, they think that what Du Bois was pushing just a certain class, a segment of black people, and not all black people. No, he was saying that what Du Bois was saying was that, no, those of us who have quote arrived, those of us who are at a point of power. And also, let me say this, because when Du Bois said power, I want to say this to make sure everybody understands the definition of the word power. Because a lot of people think they know what the word power means. But let me be very clear what the word power means. So that when you apply power, whether you mean economically, politically, culturally, this is what the word power means.
Hold on,
power.
Hold on. This is the part, Ken, that you have to cut.
I already know that, so let them keep going.
Okay, go ahead on, sir, because this is, I'm juiced. Go ahead on. I'm ready.
Power, by definition, is the ability to make something happen or the ability to stop something from happening. If you cannot make something happen or you cannot stop something from happening, you have no power. Let me give you a couple examples. If you cannot hire somebody or stop somebody from being fired, you have no power. If you cannot bring somebody to office or stop somebody from coming to office, you have no power. So the boys were saying that those black people who are in power, the 10%, have a responsibility to bring 10% more to power. Then that 20% bring 10 more to power until the entire race is of power. And so that is the definition of power, and that is what the boys were saying when he was discussing the talent and 10.
Listen, that was
Awesome. Good stuff.
oh my God, that was amazing.
We're over there clapping like that.
No, that was so freaking. I'm not. Listen, I'm not. That is so powerful. I just thank God that we got this man in our life. That was amazing. Okay.
Yeah, that's spot on. I don't really have any like reason as to why it's coming out now. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure there is a reason behind it. But we'll see. I did see something where they had a big group that were trying to like
they so
file a lawsuit to try to stop them and prevent them from bringing it out, because I mean, in the end, man, like, could you imagine being someone that maybe came post 1993, I think you said,
Right?
Yep.
And then you go to the Freaknik by Luke and Jermaine Dupri, and you found yourself doing some things that you are not very proud of, that you did want to move on from. And let's say you were traveling on a work conference years later after getting educated, and you meet your significant other and you go and have this wonderful, you have this wonderful life. I just don't think I think people they gotta be careful with that, man, with just putting that type of stuff out there, because everybody got some stuff that they're not the most proud of, and the reality of it is that you're going to be putting that out there to the world to see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's where it gets a little dicey. Some stuff just need to be left back there, because I was even looking at a clip, Zoe and Rochelle, that of a gentleman who was explaining about women. And these conversations are important to me because I have all girls. When you start talking about these conversations where just because a young lady is wearing, seemingly provocative or expository type attire, it does not give a man a right to just allow his lust and his desires to be just, I guess, expressed without any type of, apprehension or any type of, restraint.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a license. I don't give a damn if you got on a G-string and a halter top. It does not. That's not a license for a man to go and just allow his hormones to just run crazy. Now, granted, you might get some unwanted eyes and attention because that's free. You know what I mean? And that's why you always tell your ladies, your girls, not to put themselves in those types of situations. But that was a very normal thought process.
Yes, it was.
What he said, it was very normal. And when you look back on it, you look back into the 90s and early 2000s, you see the stuff that, I'll give you another one. If Bernie Mac, if the Kings of Comedy had have come out now,
Right,
they'd be canceled.
Yep.
Because the comedy stuff that was being talked about
Right.
by Bernie Mac would not be acceptable in today's climate.
Right.
The milk and cookies and all that, you know what I'm saying? The use of the F word, you know what I'm saying? We won't use that term, but
the milk and cookies are on point, Ken. You're on point for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just times have changed. So when you go back, man, don't bring up my past. I don't want to see it. I'm trying to get as far away from it as you. You see what I'm saying? So that's just something. You got Black Beach, you got Daytona, Freaknik, got a lot of stuff, man. But people grow and they. I just wonder what is the motive behind why they want to do that, and why would you start with Girls Gone Wild? Because it's just as crazy as Freaknik. You know what I'm saying? Like. I don't know. I don't know what the motive is behind that. I understand.
Well, I've seen a lot of people, and I did mention this. Somebody else couple mentioned me this in some other spots about the success that BMF has had, and that their show dealt with the amount of money and hype that was around Freaknik as well. And I tell people the number one, as an artist, because I'm a poet and a short story writer, the number one play in art, and Ken, you know this in marketing, number one play in art is find a good idea and then milk it till it's dry.
Facts.
And so if you make money out, if it's like with anything, somebody have a hit song, the next 10 songs gonna sound just like that one. Somebody have a hit movie, the next 10 movies gonna be just like that one, right? And so the notion that because BMF, and by the way, I haven't seen BMF, and I'll tell you kind of why, because it has something to do with my kind of artistic sensibility. Not that I'm against that one, but I think that a lot of people say that because BMF has highlighted that Freaknik was part of their culture, then that's just how entertainment unfortunately works. You find a good idea and you milk it till it's dry, and particularly if that art appeals to the lowest common denominator of humans, right?
Yeah.
Sex, money, violence, dysfunctionality, and that's really, that's what it is. And what I would also say is, I'm glad, and I saw my daughter-in-law is in the chat. She's in the chat. She comes, and Ken, look here. I already claimed my grandson for Jackson State, so in fact, I need to tell my daughter-in-law that me and Grandma bought him a new Jackson State jumpsuit today. So he gonna be fly in JSU gear when the season starts.
Listen, come on.
She put in the chat about how there's some sisters actually filing lawsuits to stop it. And the one thing I want people to do is, I want us to do that, but we also need to take, and I'm gonna just put it out there, we need to take the Ken, Clark, and Zoe method too, which is when somebody's telling your story, you got to get out there and tell your own story.
Yep.
Facts.
One of the things that we don't do well in our culture is
tell our story.
And we also act like we can only tell our story one time. Here's the example I use. How come somebody can write 20, 30 different books on Lincoln, yet we only want 2 books on Malcolm X?
Wow.
You can make 20 movies on George Washington, 1 movie on Martin Luther King.
That's true.
And I think we have to understand that just like somebody else wants to tell their Freaknik story, I would love to see a bunch of Black creatives to go back to the inception of Freaknik and tell that part of the story.
Right.
So if you guys don't learn anything else from Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club with a K, right? If you don't learn anything else, learn that not only should we tell our own story, we have a responsibility to tell our own story. We have a right to tell our own story. And I'll give you this example. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, there was some people who were getting published, and there was some other writer who was like, man, they publishing all that old whatever. And some guys were complaining about what was getting published. And Ken, you know what our mentor told us?
What that?
He said, if y'all don't like what they writing to get published, y'all need to outright them.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's what I be telling these folks in the chat. If you don't like the content that's coming out, then how about you become a content creator? It's free. Exactly. It's actually a free notion. But it's cheaper to be critical of your work.
Correct.
Because you don't have the creative mindset to do your own thing.
Yes.
And sometimes you gotta just go do, but that you spot on. You spot on.
Yes.
I'll give you another one that I thought was pretty telling, for those that follow, James Baldwin.
Yes.
He's supposed to be having this biopic that's coming out with, I forget the gentleman, what's his name? That's supposed to be playing James Baldwin. But for those that know James Baldwin, you would know that he would frown with all the muscles in his face on the idea of him having a biopic. So it just goes to show, man. I mean, you're spot on, man. You're spot on. It's easy to be critical, but Billy Porter, that's his name. Billy Porter. I'll just leave that alone. But go ahead.
Can I just say though, Ken, I knew it was something when I saw it at the New York Times.
What that?
Freaknik documentary was aired on New York Times. Like New York Times had a whole comment about Freaknik documentary on Hulu. That's not cool. I was like, why is New York Times talking about Freaknik? That I was like, wait a minute, what? That to me took me more than anything
It's a
else.
hot topic. It's a hot
Yeah,
topic. We're gonna talk
but
about it.
but also the other part. Hold on, let me turn off this thing. The other part that got me, someone asked the question, and you are exactly right. When I was growing up back in the day, you could get DVRs on Girls Gone Wild. Like it was at MTV, if I'm not mistaken. It was an MTV documentary that the quote unquote the white girls in spring break was gone wild. So it was called, and they had a whole van that was wrapped, and they went to all the spring breaks to talk about girls gone wild. And those white girls was what they did was amazingly crazy. But they had that on MTV, and you could get the DVDs on late night after 11 o'clock at night. Girls Gone Wild, and they will show you all these different clips of all these white girls doing it. So yes, someone asked that question in the chat. Yes, Girls Gone Wild was an actual documentary, and these girls actually uploaded videos. But the issue with those women that are suing is that Hulu did not get permission for them to show their face.
Right.
They actually may have a case that they would have to, anything that shows their face, they would have to fuzz them out, Ken. They cannot release because they didn't give you permission to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
They actually got a case.
Yeah, as long as the more you know your rights,
That part.
this is a great point, Ty B. That Woodstock documentary was pretty wild. I mean, you saw. I mean, I understand the need, and this is we're talking about content. You know what I mean? So it's people like to see. They like to see stuff, and I was telling we was talking about that today when we was talking about just how we're going to position Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club going into the season and what type of content we'll have. I know Tiger Talk will be the only platform that will have inside.
Congratulations.
And I understand that the other platform posted some stuff, and I'm not going to touch on that right now. It just hey, you paid. Everybody had to pay to be at the golf tournament, so it is what it is. I'll let them figure that piece out. But the other thing was this platform. We have this platform, which Toronte and Marcus said it does videography for us. But the behind the scenes, you can just throw a camera up and just record a joker walking down the hallway, and people want to look at it.
Right.
So
Yes.
I understand the need for it. I think it would be very lucrative. Whoever's doing this is going to make a lot of money off of it, and I do mean a lot of money. So, but I see you, KJ. I'm not. It's so much I want to say that I'm not even addressing it right now, and it ain't what you think it is. So just got to be patient and let things play itself out. But everybody got their opinions. I got facts on what's actually transpiring, just like you do. And but there's a whole nother thing going on that I'm not going to speak on publicly, but I'll leave it at that.
And I will say this because I've seen a couple of people in the chat mention it, and again, I keep telling I'm gonna just put it this way: people should know by now. I don't have Twitter receipts. I have real scholarly receipts. So my concern about the James Baldwin biopic, not necessarily who's playing it.
Right.
Just hear me for a minute so people can understand what's going on. So James Baldwin was one of the greatest intellectuals America ever produced. Let's be clear on that. James Baldwin, along with being one of the greatest intellectuals America ever produced, didn't realize until later in his career that northern white people used him to attack Richard Wright because northern white people didn't like the fact that Richard Wright in his book Black Boy told the story that that white people in the North were just as evil as white people in the South. So James Baldwin and Richard Wright, here's how slick white people are. So Ken, let's say you and Zoe have a disagreement over the air raid offense, right? One of y'all like it, one of y'all don't. What a white person to do is come in and say, well, we gonna support Ken over Zoe because we don't really like Zoe's militancy. And because Ken, you just want somebody to rock with you on your position of the air raid, you're not really thinking that deeply until 4-5 years down the line. You're like, damn, these people didn't care about my position on the air raid. They just didn't like Zoe. So when Baldwin wrote a negative critique about Richard Wright's novel Native Son, these were two intelligent black men who were having an artistic debate. That's all they were having. But white people used that debate, used James Baldwin as a hitman to remove Richard Wright. And even today, in 2023, liberal white people, liberal white scholars on the East Coast. So if you watch that terrible HBO adaptation of Richard Wright's Native Son, they tried to remake Richard Wright's novel as if James Baldwin made it as a way to say, we think black people should only rock with James Baldwin and not Richard Wright. And so my concern is, again, I haven't seen the script, don't know what it's going to be, but how much of that is going to really be about celebrating the genius of James Baldwin, or how much of that is going to be about using James Baldwin to promote certain agendas that have nothing to do with James Baldwin. And so I can tell you now, I wouldn't even be able to get into all this, but I can tell you now that the way that some of these white people think, they gonna also use it to do a hit on Eldridge Cleaver, who was a writer and part of the Panthers. And don't get me wrong here, Eldridge Cleaver was wrong in his attack of James Baldwin, but they're not going to go after Eldridge Cleaver because of his attack on James Baldwin. They're going to go after his attack because Eldridge Cleaver was a Panther who didn't bow down to white supremacy, which is two different things. And so so what I'm saying here is that there are those kind of people that we have to, when other people are telling our stories, and even when it's black people, we have to know if those black people are knowledgeable enough to tell our stories in a way to where we can be holistic beings. And so that's the problem with Freaknik, and that's what I feel the problem is going to be with the James Baldwin biopic. And that's why it's important that we not only tell our own stories, we support our own stories. So I end on this. If you weren't thinking about going and seeing the movie Xavier, right? If you haven't seen it, go look up. There's a new movie about Xavier, and Xavier is French for night. So that's not Xavier is French for the night, but he was basically a black Frenchman in the 1700s who basically was the most famous musician of his time, who was also a war hero. And so those are the kind of movies that we need to see and have our children go see, so that we can understand that the full range of who we are is being told. Because when we don't go see, here's the thing, when we don't go see those movies, what they're going to say is, see, we gave y'all some positive dimensional art and y'all didn't go pay for it. So we have to not only create our own narrative, but we need to make sure that we support the right kinds of films when they come out. I'll shut up.
I just went and looked at it, and there's two people. It's two. The producers are Jermaine Dupri and Uncle Luke.
Yep.
Who need to be heard. Let's be honest. Ain't nobody listening to y'all. So, but you're right when you made that statement in '94. That's when I didn't even trip on that about the strip clubs in Atlanta. It was a business for them. So it's interesting. I think you know what? I don't care what nobody says. Ken, I'm so honored to have this man in my life. He just educates us in such a way that Mr. I know it's psychedelic literature. You are just like you are our encyclopedia for Jackson State and Black history. So I want to honor you and thank you because I'm totally in awe with the knowledge that you have. And I think somebody even said that they are a fan of FAMU, but they come in because we go deep in some occasions. So I just think we honored to have you to come in and educate us. So I just want to personally say thank you.
Well, like I said, I'll get off. I'm here because of y'all. Like I said, I'm here
Oh
because
yeah, we appreciate you for sure.
Ken and Joe stepped into the gap. Sister Rochelle, you saw what these brothers was doing, and you stepped into the gap with them. That's the only reason I'm here is because I appreciate, you know, I just appreciate y'all. And
I honor Zoe and Clean because y'all unapologetically call the bull is out. Like y'all call it out in such a way. Y'all like y'all ain't scared. So and you speak truth to power. So Zoe and Ken, seriously, I honor y'all because y'all call it out and you could go left, but you don't. But you also speak truth to power. And we need that. So when we needed y'all, y'all was here for us. So I just want to give a shout out to y'all too as well. Because we
to
always talk about dude.
brother Toronto, I want to say yes, I will be there. I always make my habit. I try to get to the game 2 hours early. I don't care if it's spring game, regular game, because I hate traffic. So
Not 2 hours early.
yeah, I'm in my seat 2 hours early. So if the game is at 3, I'm trying to be in my seat at 1 o'clock. So I will definitely be there tomorrow. I'm gonna be ready. Like y'all said, don't speak anything that we don't want to have happen. But whatever the weather's gonna be, I'm gonna be there because we all know how important it is that we are there. So I thank y'all so much, man. I'm gonna jump up. Me and my wife was asking that. Look at we sometimes when she isn't doing anything, we have Friday night date night around the stream. So that's how you know we old.
Man, I appreciate it.
So I appreciate this, man. I love every day, all day.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
And somebody did, you know what, Ken, the one that you posted you just put up was on point because I think when they realized how much money was coming in, and you write Magic City, oh, for sure. For sure. That was a good one. You hitting some good ones. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's enough. That's enough for tonight.
Listen, that was enough.
Yeah,
So
that's enough. I'm gonna clip that out. I got 2 clips from the previous show in regards to the city council and how contracts. I got it. I just got to edit it. And I'm getting. It's a great problem to have, man. So, I was debating on dropping Zoe's piece, but I was like, no, you might have to just go to the show for that one. We might drop it anyway because if we don't get no trash resolution, we dropping it anyway.
So that'll be on 1400 Clubs.
No, I'm talking about live streams, cut ups.
Oh, okay. So tomorrow I'll be watching y'all. Have fun.
Oh yeah, we'll be we'll put some stuff out there on Zoe on mute. We'll put some stuff out there on Tiger Talk as well. So
okay,
that's it, everybody.
All right, Randy, we're glad you getting content. He just said something. I just had to speak out for him.
No, you good. Everybody, if any platinum members out there, if you're not connected with us, shoot us an email. Miss Mary, if you shoot me an email and I'll get your information. I can get it to Brother Gaddy about the tables for tomorrow, man. We hopefully we'll see you guys at the game, and then afterwards we'll see you at the convention center for the blue and white Guard the Yard finale. That's it for the night.
Y'all have fun. Love y'all. All right, Zokin. Y'all have fun tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.